Good morning, friends. It's 9 a.m. It's Monday. I have errands to run, and one of our little stores has ribeyes on sale. So I want to go check those out, see what they look like, and pick up a few things at the store. So, yeah, I thought I would take you along on this gorgeous day, sun shining, and it's already 80 degrees here. So there might be a little bit of pond time in my future. But, head back to work tomorrow. So I've got to get these chores done and get set up for the week. So I thought I'd bring you along. So let's go to town. So here we go. The first stop. This is our little Save-A-Lot. I'm getting ready to go in and check out the prices on their ribeyes. So I just got out of the store. Ribeyes were $8.99 a pound. So I got several packages of that. They did not have chicken. So I need to go to the next little grocery store to get some chicken. So I'm going to run through the post office, run through the bank, then we're headed to the next store. So I'm about to head into the second grocery store. This is our community market. This is where I usually get a lot of my meat because they just have great butchers and great meat selection. So we're going to go see what we can find in there, and then I'll be back. So I got my chicken, and I found some great other meat deals. It's 10 o'clock. We're headed home, and I'll show you what I got when we get there. Back home, it's 10:15. I'm going to show you what I bought at each store. First, I want to tell you, we had a wonderful time at Brock's brother and sister-in-law house yesterday. We had a big cookout with all of the family, except for my niece, Lindsay. She lives in Tennessee now, and her husband. And our niece, Leah, her fiance, had to work. So, other than that, everybody was there. We had a great time. And I was naughty. I had a little bit of everything. Food was wonderful, but I will tell you, last night I did not feel good, and I know why. I mean, the food wasn't the food. It was my consumption of the food that made me feel bad. So, back at it today. So what I'm going to be doing is why can't I remember what it's called? Protein sparing modified fats. So for the next 3 or 4 days, I'm going to be doing that to get back on track after my glorious day yesterday. So sparing protein modified fat is just leaner cuts of protein, less fat for 3 or 4 days, and then you have to go back to your higher fat. So I'm going to try that because I've said in the past, higher fat doesn't agree with me personally. So this is what I'm going to try. So let's get into and I'll keep you updated on that. Let me show you what we got. We, as in me and you and all the other voices in my head, show you what I got at this store. So the first store I went to, I got some paper towels, napkins, and paper plates. So you don't care about that. That's just, the have-tos. But the little Save-A-Lot that I have, they have digital coupons that you download their app, you can click the coupons and get so much off. So I got some money off of my paper towels, so that's always nice. So I told you they have ribeyes on sale. This is from the dinner store. Ribeyes on sale for $8.99 a pound. So I got this pack here. This is a 5-pack, $8.99 a pound, so $19.69 for that one. These are a thicker cut, but these were also $8.99 a pound, so they were $19.15. And I bought three packs. One pack, each pack has 4, the other pack has 5 ribeyes in them, so that's enough for dinners. So I got 3 packs of ribeyes for $8.99 a pound. That's a beautiful price, as you know. I would have bought more, but this is all they had. So I'm going to see how long the deal is going on, and I may go back and get some more. Okay, so I got some pork loin. This is cubed. This is for me because, Brock doesn't eat pork. Okay, I also got, I've not bought this brand of shrimp before, so I got it to try. It's just cooked shrimp. We like to thaw it out and eat it, so I got a couple of those. It's really high in protein. 3 ounces, 15 shrimp, 85 grams of shrimp is 13 grams of protein. So that's pretty good. So I thought about having some of this like for breakfast. I got some cottage cheese And then I got some wild caught cod. And it is 20 grams of protein for 4 ounces. So there's a lot of protein in fish. So anyway, got that. And then dog food and some Kleenex. And I think that was everything I got there. And it was $120. Yeah. Okay. So that was there. Then they didn't have any chicken. They had frozen legs, and I didn't want that. Frozen chicken legs. I already have some in my freezer. So I went to my other store, the community market, and I got, let me show you what I got there. So they had like manager specials, like when something needs to be sold today. So I got this pack of pork for $2.04. I got chicken breast. It was $3.49 a pound. So I got almost 5 pounds of chicken breast. And I'm going to fillet those later and put them in freezer bags. And I also got another thing of cubed. This was also $2.99 for this pack. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out my flat top in a little bit and I'm going to cook this off. And then I'm going to have it for breakfast. And then they had some ground beef chuck on sale. I got this for $5.49, and then I got this one for $4.59. So yeah, even though I have burger in the freezer, if I find it on sale, I'm going to grab it. And then they also had cod fillets on sale, so I went ahead and got some more because they were on sale. So now I've got a couple things of cod here, a couple things of shrimp. So I also got a block of Colby cheese and paper plates. All right. I don't remember what all of this was. $90, I think. 80 or 90, which wasn't a bad haul. I mean, this was not there. So there you have it. There is our meat trip. I'm going to make me a cup of coffee because I didn't have any before I went to the store. And then we're going to go out to the flat top, and I'm going to cook off some of these cubed porks to have for my breakfast now and to have for breakfast when we go back to work. All right, see you in a minute. Hey friends, so here we are at the patio. I got my flat top going. I'm going to cook all of that cubed pork because a lot of it I got on discount, which means it needs to be cooked today. So I'm going to go ahead and cook it now and put it in a container to have for the next couple of days. So you may hear a turkey, you may hear a goat, you may hear a chicken. Got one of my roosters right here. So, and also the guy across the road mowing. So anyway, we're going to get this cooked. And I'm going to talk to you about the video I watched last night. I'm also going to link the video. It's an old video. It's from like 3 or 4 years ago. But why it resonated with me last night, I don't know. I have never counted my protein before. I was always so focused on carbs. So if you're not eating carbs, what are you counting? So I'm going to explain to you, and then I'm going to link the video on what I'll be doing. Okay? Make sense? Oh, yeah, why don't you see Big Lola? There she comes. She's the snorer. Okay, while the pork is cooking, I thought I would share with you the video, a brief summary. Now listen, this may be old hat to you. Most of you, a lot of you have been doing carnivore, keto for a long time, and our pros were me. I just started, really seriously in January, and I've kind of teetered back and forth. But anyway, like I said, I've always counted my carbohydrates, and I never really focused on counting protein. I just ate protein, And my suspicions are I wasn't eating enough protein. I may be wrong. So basically he stated, and I can't remember the doctor's name, so I'm going to link that video so you can watch it if you want. If you're 5'4" like I am, give or take, your ideal body weight is 125. Now he stresses that's not what you have to weigh. That's just the frame that they use. So I should be eating 125 grams of protein a day. I know for sure I was never eating that much protein. He said break it up into 3 or 4 meals, whatever you need to do. So for 3 meals, it would be 41 grams of carbohydrate per meal. And if I do 4 meals, that's 3 meals. 3 meals is 41 grams of protein per meal. And if I split it up in 4 meals, it's 31 grams of protein per meal. Does that make sense? Okay. Like I said, I've never focused on protein, and maybe I should have. So we're going to try it. So it's not something you do every day, 3 or 4 days on, and then go back to keto or a higher fat carnivore or something like that. So that is what I'm going to try this week. I downloaded Chronometer to keep track of my protein. Like I said, I'm not eating carbs, so I'm not going to worry about counting carbs. My focus is counting that protein. And it is Monday, so we're going to see what happens, how I feel. I'm going to check back in on Monday, a week from now, and see. I feel like a ding-dong. I feel like that I've never focused on protein, that I've always just focused on my carbs. So now I'm going to focus on protein, and I know some of you have said that, and some of you said do higher fat. So I think for me, like I said, I don't feel good on a higher fat, so I'm going to try this, and we're going to see what happens. All right, I'm going to link that video, and it'll be in the description, and then you can check it out. So my pork is ready. I'm going to eat some now. It is 10 till 11, so I'm going to have my first meal. So I got my scale here. This thing is so old. I really need to upgrade. So I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to do it in ounces. I'm going to put my plate on. I'm going to zero out my plate. So cooked pork, 6 ounces, is 44 grams of protein. So I'm going to measure out here. There's a crispy piece down here I wanted. I'm going to measure out 6 ounces of the cubed pork. Go. I have a feeling that's going to be a lot. 5.19. Let's see. Let's see if I can find a smaller piece. We are at 6.10. So I will, okay, 6.7. So I will kind of cut some off to make it 6 even. So there you have it. This is what 41 grams of protein looks like in this pork. So this is all I'm going to eat, nothing else. I'm just going to add some salt to it. Oh, I may have some mustard. I think mustard's okay. There's no carbohydrates in it. I'm going to have a little mustard on the side. This is going to be my first meal, and I've counted my protein. I'll see you later. So I want to show you real quickly what I've been doing. Brock sharpened my fillet knife, and I got to work. So I measured out 24 ounces of chicken for family pack. So I've got 2 of those, 2 24-ounce. That's 6 ounces each per person in the household. So I did those, and then I also measured out for me 6 ounces of chicken breast, and I did 4 of those. And then the ribeyes I bought, I weighed those raw. They are 10 ounces each uncooked. So I have 4 in this bag, 4 in this bag. So when I go to cook them, I know how many ounces were in these raw, so I can keep track. So I folded 1 load of laundry, the other one's in the dryer, and I've got all of this done. Now it's going to rain in about 2 hours, so I'm going to head out and get some pond time in, and I'll see you later. So here is 7 ounces of ground beef that I measured raw before I cooked it. Listen, y'all, it's about to storm. I'm grilling steaks for dinner. These are 6 ounces raw before I cook them. So that's going to put me for the total on the day 128 grams of protein. So I made it just a little bit over, and about 50 grams of fat. These are going to put me over my fat, I think, because this is the first day and I'm getting the hang of it. But listen, I did it. First time I ever measure my protein. I feel like such a goofball that I've never done that before. But we live, we learn. Here we go. So I hope you enjoyed spending the day with me. I did get some pond time in before it started thundering. So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts and let me know your opinions. I know you'll give them to me. And thanks for hanging out. Bye.